Okay, are we good to start? Liam, have you figured it out?
Yeah,
Is that a yes?
I think
Sort of like a general gender neutral stim that you're using there to try and like communicate with me. I just sometimes don't know if that's a yes or a no.
It's a non-binary yes.
Yeah, it's a non-binary. But yeah, we got plenty of stuff to talk about. Okay, that's the test recording moding. I for a second I thought that Liam was having an orgasm on the mic.
He's been jerking it the whole time.
he's been edging for the past like 30 minutes. The thought of starting the podcast sent him over the edge. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Goat Talk podcast. We have a couple of goats on today. It's myself, it's Liam Big Shrimp and 69, and it's Stryxo, professor of gaming. This is our resident gaming expert. Today we're going to talk about a little bit of gaming stuff, probably some other stuff too. I know Liam has prepared some questions, not for Stryxo, but for himself, apparently. So Liam's just going to sit there and ask himself questions while we have a guest.
I'd love to start out the podcast. I'd love for you to ask your first question to yourself, Liam.
Yeah, I want to see the questions you prepared for yourself.
Why? I can't ask myself questions?
No, we want you to ask yourself a question.
We're very supportive and also curious.
Okay, well, I was doing some research about. Just go next. I can't.
I'm so sorry, Stryxo. You've signed up for something horrible today.
Okay, May the 4th be with you.
That's not a question.
And
it's also the 6th.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. It's like Star Wars, but May the 4th.
It's like if Star Wars was owned by Mike Tyson.
Literally.
Oh my god. I saw the absolute most insane reel the other day of it was like Anakin Skywalker wearing chrome hearts, and they were all like doing all sorts of crazy shit. Like the battle droids had like fucking jorts on and like Timberlands and shit. And they were oh my and Count Dooku had a do-rag on. Dude,
what the hell are you watching?
It was I don't know. It was a legendary it was a like 3-minute long reel. It was like a movie. I like watched a movie. And I was gonna send it to you, Liam, just so it's like I had documented evidence of this thing existing. But then when I went to do that, like the fucking thing where it normally says like who you could send it to, it just did not load. And so I was like, well, I guess this one's just lost now. We're just not gonna be able to find that one ever again because I don't like things on Instagram. I refuse.
No.
Dude, can you go back to your likes on Instagram?
You can.
I think you can.
It's really shit though. Oh. It's better on mobile, but on desktop you can go back to your likes, but you can't like if you click on a thing, it takes you to a new link. You can't middle click on anything. And you can't like scroll through your own likes. It takes you to the individual Instagram post, not the reels.
Yeah, that's ass. So for those of you who don't know Stryxo, you do like gaming stuff. I think accidentally sort of eventually ended up meeting through, I guess, Wild Spartans recordings, Mr. Brandon. Mr. Brandon, shout out Brandon. I'm trying to give like a brief synopsis of more. Thank you, Liam. We've spent a week together with each other pretty much at one point, right? Because we went to Creator Clash 2. And yeah, so we've talked to each other a bit, but it's been mostly in recording settings. So now we get to be in a different type of recording setting where we get to talk about like whatever the fuck now. So
we get real shit.
We get real shit today. We get real shit. So as far as gaming goes, first one that's like a really easy one to I think ask about right now is like,
this is so professional.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Hey, Stryxo, what are your thoughts on like fucking the goddamn Nintendo, that how their consoles are gonna cost like $1 billion? Like, did it even cross your mind that you were gonna buy a Switch 2? Like, are you buying a Switch 2?
I did not think I was going to buy a Switch 2 this year in the same way that when the PS5 came out in 2020, I didn't think I was gonna buy one. Now it will hurt maybe a little more, because the Switch 2 actually has games on it.
Does it? Okay, does it have games though? What games does it have?
Mario Kart 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
4K Breath of the Wild.
But that's a game that's already existed. I'm talking about new
4K,
games.
but with 4K.
That's like a fourth of a point.
GTA 6.
GTA 6.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. What? Actually, I don't know. I actually, that's actually a good thing because I don't know that many Switch 2 games.
See, okay.
Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Oh, Metro Pride 4 Beyond. Kirby Air Riders. Okay.
There's a new Kirby games coming out.
Yeah, a new Kirby Air Ride sequel.
Huh.
And then other than that, they have no other
And this is all on release. Like all these are actually coming out on release or no?
allegedly. Allegedly.
Okay.
Why I oughta.
Winds up fist.
Oh yeah, they have their arms this time where instead of like the arms, they're doing it's like the paraplegic like wheelchair basketball that they have.
I don't like that Liam's laughing at the word paraplegic. That's we gotta cancel you, bro. What's going on?
Dude, I'm not.
Well,
I was watching a Vine.
I remember seeing the trailer for you watching a Vine.
Drag X Drive.
I just remember seeing the trailer for this, and I was kind of just like, "This looks like a boring sports game," but I guess it's cool for like the representation.
I just ruined the Discord bubbles and thought Dragon Drive.
That's crazy.
Was that another Vine that you just were watching?
No, it's like I don't know if I can say it.
just say it, man.
Dude, you like, oh, I want to go play NFL. I ain't never been a football player a day in my life.
Yeah, like FIFA, 2K.
Yeah. Does a person in a wheelchair want to go play wheelchair sports in a game?
You know,
Maybe
that is a
I
good
don't know.
question. Like, do you want to play, like, if you're a person who's handicapped in a wheelchair, do you want to play, like, the wheelchair basketball game? Or do you want to just play 2K? Or does it really not matter to you? And if they're both just fun games, do you just want to play them? I think it just matters at the end of the day, is the game fun? Right?
Handicapped people, sound off below.
Yeah, go for it. Why not? Here, offer. This
People
is
in a
your
wheelchair.
chance. Offer an opinion on something. Your expertise in the field matters, dude. Hit us with your fucking opinions on that one. I just think it's probably if the game is good, you know. But
Yeah.
Drag and Drive. See, that was my fucking thing, and this is at least from what I remember from the Switch 1 launch. Again, you're a resident video game expert, Stryxo, so you correct me if I'm just fucking off base here. Liam's adding himself and saying good question.
Good question. It's like a Family Feud thing where they just go good question no matter what.
Oh fuck. The Switch 1 did not have games on release, did it? Right?
Whoa,
It had
like
it
Smash,
didn't have
maybe?
many games, but it had two heavy hitters. It had Mario Odyssey on release, and it had the Breath of the Wild version that everyone actually played because no one played Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
Yeah.
0 people did that.
Yeah. I forgot it was on the Wii U. Holy shit.
So it might be a bit harder to sell people on Donkey Kong Bonanza, but then again, Astrobot did just win Game of the Year, so who knows? Maybe platformers are back in style.
Maybe
Who
we're
the hell's
so
Astrobot?
Oh, it's
Pirate Software?
No. It's that album by Travis Scott.
Oh.
Yeah.
Astrobot.
Mm-hmm.
666.
Okay, but my problem with the Switch, right? I already have a Switch.
Yeah.
Why do I need a Switch 2? If it's only on release going to have maybe at max 3 new
Switch
games.
2.
I will say
Switch 2, yeah.
The Switch has desperately needed more power.
I agree on that.
That already is enough of a reason for a new Switch in general.
I mean, we both played Scarlet and Violet.
Oh my god, don't
miserable.
even get me started.
Yeah,
oh my god.
miserable FPS on those games that like
so ass.
I still managed to enjoy the game through the horrible FPS, which makes me think if it didn't have that, how much better would it have been, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got an hour in and I couldn't continue the game because I had too much of a headache from the varying FPS.
I don't
know
blame
if it
you.
was something mixed with my like Elgato, but I tapped out. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. Liam, do you own a Switch?
Kinda. My brother had one, but then he left it, so I kind of just play on it.
Okay, fair. What games you got on there?
You remember, dude? We literally played Mario Kart.
Dude. Oh yeah, we did. We did play Mario Kart, and you're horrible. That's like the one game you're bad at.
I'm not
it's
horrible.
Weird. It's like you're good at like every game except for Mario Kart, which is like a child's game.
Because you need to be a special brained person to be good at that game.
Yeah, you have to be a savant, is what you're saying.
No. Definitely not that word.
Okay, I think that's where oh my god, is that where the Fly a Plane September clip comes from?
Yeah.
It is. Stryxo, have you seen that?
I have not.
Oh wait, how does that?
Oh no,
clip go?
I have. We watched it late night.
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah. No, you have seen it. You have seen it. Yeah. No,
we
but
had
that
a
was
night,
just
Liam, where Cooper, JOKO, and I all just sat in call and we watched like Liam clips that happened to be on YouTube. Because we were all just talking about how fucking funny you were.
So we had a little bit of a glazing session. We're like Krispy Kreme over there.
Glazing session.
Are you jerking off?
W.
Relax.
Well, I'm clapping.
No, definitely
we all
not.
glazed the cookie.
Thank you.
Someone
Thank
had
you.
to eat it at the end. We won't reveal who.
Yeah, we're not gonna say.
Definitely.
It was Bad Boy Halo.
You know.
Anywho,
Next question.
Next
Deafening
question.
silence.
Next question. So, Stryxo, I actually,
Yep.
I don't think I had ever watched your video on like video games being boring, which is your most viewed video on YouTube. So I went and watched it, and during that, you know, premise of the video is good, right? The thing that caught my eye, which
But-
is side to, but I fucking actually hate it. No, the thing that caught my eye, and I want to talk to you about this, and Liam, you get roped into this too, because I
Talk
have
to
no
it.
idea if you were on this wavelength or not. I think a big part of what drove my interest in video games when I was a bit younger, let's say like middle school, high school, was the fact that I got the Game Informer magazine, and you mentioned it in that video.
Nerd.
How much of an
Loser.
impact did that have on you? Because for me, it was huge. Like, that's how I kept up with games.
Game Informer for me introduced me to the idea, and like I don't understand why I didn't think this before, but I like Game Informer introduced me to the idea that one, gaming isn't like actually that niche, quote unquote. It's a big industry. It's actually, I think, one of the most profitable industries in the world right now. At least from an entertainment standpoint.
Yeah.
And then also that people make games. Like it's not just one person making a game, like making all the decisions downwind and everyone has to follow them. It's like multiple departments of people coming together to make the miracle that is a video game work in the first place, and then ship it to a consumer where it needs to work for everyone else and not be like a buggy piece of shit.
Yep.
So like in that lens, all games are kind of incredible that they even come out in the first place. But also like just to learn about why games made decisions in the first place. Like I think in one of the Game Informers I had, they mentioned the little factoid about how in Portal 2, they removed a cut ending from the beginning of the game where you can look through the skyline in like the third test chamber or whatever, and you can see the moon. If you used your portal gun on the moon, the game would have ended prematurely. To make a joke about how the ending of the game, you use your portal gun on the moon. They removed it because turns out nobody looks up in a video game. Just 0 people ever look up at a video game. And also, the people who did look up didn't choose to shoot the moon. And so they were like, why should we spend any time on this at all? Like, no one wants to do this. We're just going to cut it.
That's funny.
And like learning about that as a kid made me think about how much shit like other video games left on the cutting room floor that just never made the light of day.
Yeah, that shit.
And I got really interested in stuff like that.
Yeah, that shit back in the day was
Good
super
answer.
tight.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Actually, yeah, no, genuinely good answer. I think it was really cool with the Game Informer stuff. It like got me actually excited for the releases of games. That was like a big thing. It's like I was actually back then, because of the Game Informer magazine, like I was keeping track of like game releases. I was like getting excited when games were gonna come out. I actually cared about all that shit.
You were like 40 when video games were made.
And
getting excited for releases, dude, when you're 40, really, dude?
Dude, you've already released like twice on this podcast. Don't talk to me about releases, dude.
Dude, I'll release all I want.
Pause.
He's releasing now, in fact. He's dribbling right now.
Unpause, no cap.
Wait, pause on pause? That's a Minecraft reference. Clock that.
Ooh, only use me blade.
Oops. Hey guys, it's me. Welcome back to Minecraft. It's me, Good, and Pause on Pause, and B00.
And Vintage
We're gonna
Beef.
be building this mushroom above Good's house.
Yes. Yes. We're getting all the peak in one episode right now. This is good. But yeah, no, Game Informer is so good. I feel like that's just like a lost art form. You know?
I don't even know what that is.
Nobody wants to go to a fucking website and read up on shit nowadays, because it's like you're gonna get bombarded with a million fucking pop-up ads. The magazine format was peak. It was good, and it's like there's a lot of cool art in the magazines as well. You got to keep track of things. You got to see the new game releases. You got to see the reviews. It was really fun.
There's just a lot of like Game Informer exclusive content that they got that you kind of can't get from anywhere else, and like. You can sort of get the same experience if you just go online and you go on YouTube and you look up like She Says Boundary Break, or like the Portal 2 Iceberg, or like whatever the fuck, right? And you can get a bunch of fun facts about a franchise.
There's an iceberg in Portal?
They did surgery on a grape.
Actually, yes. Unironically, because that iceberg in Portal technically ties into Half-Life 3.
They took down 4chan.
They what? Did I say that again?
I'm sorry. They took down 4chan.
What?
Dude. That happened not too long ago, didn't it? That happened like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it did.
How did I miss this?
Yeah, it did. And the running gag is that Liam gets surprised every time he hears that.
Oh.
How did I miss this?
Dude, how did this happen?
Seriously.
Oh man, I'm fucking sweating. I can't wait. I think my new place is actually gonna have like overhead lighting. Like, I have not lived anywhere with overhead lighting in my fucking office or bedroom my entire adult life. This is gonna be the first time, and it's gonna not only be overhead lighting but a fan, and I am so excited.
Ooh.
You're gonna be
shut up, dude. I'm actually excited about this.
They're gonna be lights.
Not to hashtag dox you.
Yeah.
But are you staying where you currently live? Or are
no,
you
I'm actually I'm doing a move. I'm doing a bigger move. I've always been relatively around the same spot for my entire life. This is gonna be the first big move I've ever done. So it's gonna be quite interesting. See how that plays out.
Is it doxing if I ask what state, or
I don't make that publicly available, but
I'll say it right now.
Fair.
I'll say it.
I'll tell you off.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be interesting.
Guys, 10 gifted, and I'll say it when you see this. 10 gifted, and I'll type it in the comments.
You'd have to.
No, I don't. No, you don't. You don't have to be live to get gifted.
You heat up
10 gifted.
You heat up Timbits in the microwave and throw them at homeless people.
Because giving away food is so bad.
You put on
giving away food to homeless people is so bad.
You put on a Squirrel Girl outfit, you get a slingshot, and you chuck flaming Timbits at homeless people.
Okay, I do it cutely. What's the problem? Feed the homeless kawaii.
Cutely burns you, kawaii.
Yeah. You hit it with like the little peace sign. You're like, yeah, you get all kawaii about it.
All
you
the
like
homeless
face
people
out
go,
yourself.
Sugoi, Timbits. Timbit-a-ton. Oh, sugoi.
See?
Yeah, no, okay. I'm actually getting it now. I don't even blame you for doing it at this point. Like, this is actually kind of a vibe.
Yep, thank you.
No problem, dude. But yeah, no, yeah, I thought the Game Informer bit was cool. That was like something where I was rewatching that video of yours, and it just reawakened something in my brain. Because that was such like a big part of my life at one point, I feel like, was just keeping up with stuff like that. And now I don't give a fuck. I just assume that every game on release is going to be trash. I guess that's just part of getting older. Like, it's just like super jaded about things. The only thing that I'm the only franchise I allow myself to get semi excited about, and even then I
Borderlands.
don't really, yeah, it's Borderlands.
Woo,
So,
woo, woo, woo.
and Borderlands 4, they moved up the release date.
It's gonna be Jody. It's gonna be
When's the last time you
Jody.
heard something about that, where a game company has moved up the release date instead of back?
That is pretty absurd.
It's gonna be game of the year.
I can't
fucking
think
hope
of many
so.
instances.
I can't fucking wait. Like I think it has potential.
Is this a safe space? Can I say an unpopular opinion?
Yes.
Oh
Definitely a safe
god.
space.
Oh jeez.
I played Borderlands 2 recently. I had never played a Borderlands game ever.
It sucks, don't it?
Shh, don't say
It
that.
does. I really didn't enjoy it, actually. I really didn't enjoy it that
I
much.
knew it.
I don't know why. I mean, so many people have said it's such a good game. You're gonna love the story. You're gonna love the characters. I really didn't like any of the characters. I don't think Handsome Jack was that great of a villain. And I really enjoyed the game on more of it's a fun game to just play in the background while I talked with my friends, instead of like, it's a fun game on its own right. I would have never played it on its own if I was just solo playing it. I don't think.
Okay.
JOKO's on suicide watch.
Yeah, genuinely. But I will say,
I get it.
the appeal of the Borderlands franchise to me is one, the aesthetic. I don't really give a fuck about the story too much. I think it appealed to me more when I was a kid. Because granted, Borderlands 2 came out in 2012. So I would have been
What,
14?
64?
The humor we made a lot of jokes about it.
Out of you, Liam.
The humor, definitely, as we were playing through, we were like, oh, it really is the year 2012.
Yeah, it is. I haven't played through it recently, so I'm sure it has not aged quite as well. It's mainly about the aesthetic and the end game for me. Borderlands 2 in particular is all about end game, because when it comes down to it, what I find to be the most fun is farming for legendaries, right?
Oh, okay.
And then at that point, the game turns into gambling. Can you get
Farming for legendaries?
I'm ignoring your ass, dude. You're mudded. You're fucking mudded. No, dude, I think that's the best part about that game, is that at a certain point, once you've beaten everything, once you've done your multiple playthroughs or whatever, it just turns into like a gambling game. Like, you just sit there and gamble. You just kill the boss over and over again. Try and do it as fast as possible. See if you can get the god roll on your fucking item. And I find that to be really fun. And I totally get if people don't find that to be fun, but for me, it's super fun. I love that shit.
Yeah, I think that's where the disconnect comes from. Because like me and my friends, we did not enjoy that. And then also, it was just a lot of like, I mean, even we killed the legendary boss. We thought we were gonna finally get like our first ever legendary weapon. We had only throughout playing the entire game, we had only gotten one legendary weapon, and it was from a boss towards like the beginning of the game, like 4 hours in.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, this time we're finally gonna get our first legendary weapon. Someone's gonna pick it up. We're gonna see what it does. Nope. I think the best thing we got from the final boss was like a purple.
Really?
Yeah, it was. We got like a horrible roll. It didn't help that halfway through the final boss, I got stuck in terrain and I wasn't able to move at all, and I didn't experience the final boss. So that definitely soured my opinion a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I can see how that would be bad.
But otherwise, I just think I don't think the game was for me. I don't think it's like inherently a bad game. I just don't think it was for me.
Did you end up playing the DLCs after you beat the main story?
We jumped into the Tiny Tina's like Dungeons and Dragons DLC or whatever. We played that for a little bit, and then we all agreed, hey, do you guys want to play like a different game because we actually don't enjoy this too much? Or like all of our conversation is just talking about how we're not enjoying this too much, and we're kind of just playing through it to say we played through it and experienced this game that we thought was going to be super good. So we quit about 45 minutes into the first DLC.
I'm depressed.
It's
I
fun.
think that's a big
again,
part of what makes those games good too. Is like the main 4 DLCs that they end up releasing with should end up making the games feel like complete.
Yeah, I will say I loved the intro. I think the first like 30 minutes of the game is very, very solid. Because I think the musical intro goes in great. I love the music of the game. And like the way they introduce you to the characters is really done well. As much as I don't like Claptrap,
What character did you play
I mean,
as?
that's like the whole point. I think I played as oh man.
Don't say.
I didn't play as the sire. I didn't play as the siren.
Female
Oh,
character.
I played as the stealth guy, the Zero guy.
Oh, okay. You played as Zero. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was that guy.
That I think I played as Zero in my first ever playthrough. I think
He was pretty fun. When I finally understood what his ability did, he was pretty fun. I will say I think maybe Brad who we were playing with, he was one of the friends we were playing with.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was right when he said like, "Hey, don't use these relic tokens on this chest. You're gonna ruin the game." I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
"Nah, I'm gonna use these because they give me such good weapons.
What,
they give
the
me such
keys?
good weapons.
Yeah, the keys
Yeah.
for the golden
Yeah.
chest. Yeah, that shit.
I looked up a website and I got like 450 of them.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I
because
just-
I think that
Oh
a
my
lot of
God.
the fun of Borderlands is like kind of like farming for your loot, right? And the random aspect of it, and the golden chest was not something I really touched a whole lot, especially because I was playing that game from release, so all the codes for those keys did not exist. Like they came out over time, but it took like years and years for you to be able to get to the point where you had like 400 or something like that.
I can definitely see the appeal. Like let's say it's the year 2012 again.
Mm-hmm.
What have we got going on Xbox to hop into a party with? We're kind of in like the Xbox
MW3.
We're moving on era where it's like, okay, are we sick of MW3 yet?
Yeah.
Are we sick of
Probably like
2
Black
yet?
Ops 2. I think that was like Black Ops 2 era, maybe.
Yeah, like are we sick of Black Ops 2 yet? We need something else to hop on. Borderlands back then, had I played it back then and like hopped on party chat and just like chilled and like fucked around and like farmed with weapons with people and stuff like that, I think I could really, really, really understand the appeal then.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that nowadays I feel like I personally, at least, I don't think it's aged that good at all. I really didn't enjoy it from a modern perspective.
I may have to go. I
says.
may have to go back. I have not revisited Borderlands 2 in a while, to be fair. I revisited Borderlands 1 within the past couple of years, and I had fun with that because they kind of like remastered it.
Dude, let's just play through all of them.
Yeah, we need to actually play through all of them.
Well,
I think that would be good.
just feel bad because my friend tried to introduce me to Borderlands 2 back in 2019, and we were supposed to play through it together. But 25 minutes into the game, I got stuck so bad he had to end the lobby completely,
Oh,
and I
shit.
didn't want to play. I didn't want to play past that, because I think I got stuck in the opening door of a porta potty. Like I just couldn't move. I couldn't do anything.
Shoved in a
couldn't,
locker.
Yeah, I couldn't reset my character. I couldn't throw down grenades to kill myself. Like I couldn't do anything.
That's
I was just
cooked.
stuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's I could see how people can veer off the path a little bit and have like a genuinely much worse experience playing through Borderlands 2, like first go around.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of people that I played Borderlands 2 with where it's like we got to like level 14 characters and they just gave up.
Yeah.
And I think that's been a reoccurring problem for the game is that the people that get to the end game and actually like the end game have a really good time with Borderlands games. But if you're not like fucking with the story or it's like going too slow for you, I feel like most people quit before like level 20 in that game and they're just not fucking with it. And I wonder if actually have you played a decent amount of like Fallout games?
The Fallout I played the most ended up being Fallout 4. I don't know why, but every single year I return to Fallout 4 and I say this is going to be the time that I complete Fallout 4.
And it never is.
I get 23 hours into the game. I get past the quest where you kill Kellogg and you like you kind of open up the world and the Brotherhood of Steel shows up. I think I do 3 more quests and then I always quit the game. And I don't know why. I just fall out of interest with it.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Fallout 4, not a ton, but when I was playing Fallout New Vegas on stream, that was like my first time actually properly getting to play through like an older Fallout game, and dude, it felt old. I was enjoying myself, but that game felt old as fuck, and it also crashed a lot.
No, you need like to properly play New Vegas nowadays, you need like a plethora of mods that it fix the glitches, fix the crashes. You don't crash in Good Springs anymore. Fix this one crash if you talk to this one NPC mod.
Yeah.
Fix this weapon glitch that's been in the release version of the game mod. Fix this NPC dialogue broken mod. Fix this quest not working mod. Like, you need all of those before you can even start the game up.
Yeah, it's cooked. And Fallout 3 on PC, I think, genuinely doesn't work at all unless you fuck with it.
It was for 2 years.
I tried playing it during those 2 years, and I gave up.
I made a joke about it in one of my videos. I forget which one, but I found out that for 2 years, Fallout 3 just didn't work at all because Windows Live had completely ended support and was removed from Windows OS's like entirely. So because of that, they didn't ever think that Windows Live would never exist. So the game depended on the files for like one specific file for Windows Live existing. If you didn't have that file, the game just wouldn't start.
Oh.
And it took them 2 years to fix it.
That's fucking obscene. What is it? Is it just like what's the deal with Bethesda? Why do they do this? Why are their games just like janky as fuck? Like, I don't like they have so much good shit, but then it's just like it's like 95% of the way there, I feel like. But the extra 5% that they're missing is normally like the 5% that's really like it's kind of important that your game doesn't fucking crash all the time and shit like that. So it's
absolutely no. I mean, a lot of the time, okay, most of the time, 95% of Bethesda glitches, quote unquote Bethesda bugs, are like they're quirky things where maybe a guard runs a little too fast and he runs into a wall, and like that's really funny for a moment, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't break the quest, it doesn't break the game. You just have to wait 3 extra minutes and you watch this guy run into a wall. It's really funny.
Pookie, what are you doing?
Or maybe it's like a glitch where they happen to not check that if you buff yourself once, you can like infinitely buff yourself, and like it ends up being like a helpful gameplay thing. It gets into an issue where it's those like 1 out of 100 different glitches in the game where it happens to brick the game that ruins the experience. And that's the big difference between stuff like Cyberpunk 2077 and let's say the new Oblivion remaster that came out, where people praise the new Oblivion remaster for keeping the old bugs in the game.
Yeah.
Like one specific example is there's a quest where you have to go to a patch of farmland that's being overrun by goblins. It's only supposed to spawn 3 goblins, but there's like a 10% chance.
JOKO's worst nightmare, guys.
Stop.
Dude, there's a very rare chance where instead of just spawning 3 goblins for you to fight, it spawns over 100 goblins, and they all rush you at once.
That's kind of funny. I fuck with that. Guys, goblin check. What the heck?
Whereas like glitches in Cyberpunk 2077, like I'm playing through Cyberpunk 2077 right now. Still, there are so many different like main quest stories where it's like the dialogue broke and I need to fiddle with it to make it work. If I tab out of the game for too long, it just crashes. Random chance to crash every single time I complete a quest. Like that just happens for no reason. Sometimes quests just don't trigger entirely, or if you complete a quest out of sequence, like maybe the loot, like the treasure loot or whatever that's supposed to spawn in the trunk of a car, actually it's floating like 50 feet away and you need to go find it and you don't know where the fuck it is because the waypoint isn't fixed there, it's fixed on the trunk of the car, and you can't complete the mission unless you find this thing and you need to go through the scavenger hunt. So it's like
Yeah.
it's the difference between really funny, which is like 100 goblins, and really annoying.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing with a
feel
lot of
that.
Bethesda bugs is most of them fall into the funny category, and then there's only that little tiny bit that are annoying.
Yeah, just the funny little ones where it's like in Fallout 3. You're still in the bunker, there's like a kid's birthday party, and then the game just like spam crashes there, and you just can't play past that point. I think that's the one I was running into, so that was pretty dope.
Classic.
Liam, do you like play video games, or like what games do you play right now? Strixo and I were both wondering about this.
Don't disrespect me like that. Do you play video games?
Yeah, well, dude, last time I talked to you, you said I don't play. Talk to a. You said you don't play video games anymore. All you play is RuneScape. That's what you said.
Because that's not a video game, eh? Fucking idiot.
No, you said you don't play anything besides RuneScape.
This is a gaming household intervention. This is a gaming household.
Yeah, so
I play so many games.
What have you been up to? What games have you been playing?
Yeah, I am curious though. What have you?
Let's see. Let me tap into Steam.
Okay, actually, no, you were playing Warzone. I know that much.
Warzone, Counter-Strike, nice. when we play.
Yeah.
Delta Force for a
I
little
thought you were
bit.
about to say Delta, and I was about to burst out laughing. Holy shit!
What, Delta?
No, Delta Rune. You're so wholesome. You don't even know. Don't even worry about it.
Rocket League. I play Rocket League a bunch.
Yeah, you're goated at Rocket League.
I'm sensing a lot of competitive games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing Diablo 4 a bit. I used to play Diablo 3 a bunch. I haven't played it in a little bit.
Okay.
RuneScape.
More RuneScape. A little bit more.
Yeah,
RuneScape.
literally, that's.
Is FL Studio a game?
Sure, that's a game.
Pretty much.
Honestly,
it's that and RuneScape.
Yeah.
If I had to imagine the Liam Gaming Hall of Fame for like the past 6 years, I would put like probably like I imagine Counter-Strike is up there, Rocket League, RuneScape is in there, Minecraft is in there, some sort of MMO, other MMO that's not RuneScape.
Wow. Oh my god,
okay,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did have a WoW streak, didn't you? Yeah.
And then Warzone. I would imagine that's like your 6.
Well, see, okay,
pretty much.
Here's an important one you're forgetting. Overwatch.
Oh, true.
This man is a demon on Overwatch.
I completely forgot about that game.
Yeah.
I forgot you were really good at Overwatch. Actually, Overwatch question: who's the baddest in Overwatch?
Interesting question.
Who truly do you believe, like your own opinion, and then subjectively, outside of your own opinion that you just can't deny, who's the baddest?
I don't think there is one. I've never like looked at a video game character and been like, damn.
Cap!
That's actually an incredibly.
That's cap.
It's just not. Same with cartoon characters. You know, people are like, "Oh, this fish is so swag." Drama or whatever. This character is so cool.
This is so
JOKO.
cap. This guy is lying right now.
All right. We'll see about that.
Okay. That's actually a very interesting opinion. JOKO, who's your pick?
Okay, wait, for we're doing Overwatch?
Yeah, who do you
Let me pull up the roster.
Who do you believe is the baddest? And then who do you think is the objective truth? They're the baddest, like you can't deny, I guess.
I think the objective truth one is Widowmaker.
Okay.
Has to be.
Yep, I can get
Very
behind
fair.
that answer.
Very fair.
Yeah. Okay, I can get behind that answer. What a way. Oh, back it up.
I don't know if this is current for all the characters in the game. Because there's new ones. Yeah, Venture isn't there. I know there's Venture.
Who is my favorite though? My personal favorite.
Because my personal favorite, Ball all the way. Wrecking Ball, Hammond, Overwatch. The game is entirely different when played from his perspective. It is a new game.
True.
It is. I could not. That like Hammond came out. Is his name Hammond?
Yeah.
For a second I was like, I think I just made that up. I was like, holy shit! I just made up a name for the Wrecking Ball.
Hammond.
Okay. That was like past my time playing Overwatch. Like I played Overwatch for a decent bit, like from when it came out for like maybe like 2 years afterwards, something like that. Maybe more. But when he got into the game, I think was around the time I stopped playing, so I never learned how to play him. Even when I came back, and Liam and I had a period of time.
Dude, we gotta start gaming Overwatch again.
No, we don't.
That was so so fun. We played Overwatch 2. It was so fun.
My Overwatch time was 2019 into 2020. Playing Overwatch is how I got to know Brandon and like Anna.
Oh, really?
And them. Yeah, that's how we got to know each other, was playing Overwatch a bunch.
I had no idea.
We would literally be on Overwatch probably until like we would get up at 5 p.m. We would hop in call. We would talk for a little bit, like we'd screen share, we'd laugh at some shit, and then we would hop on Overwatch, play Overwatch until 6 a.m., and then be like, okay, we're gonna go to bed, guys. And then the next day we just do it again.
That's a vibe.
That's the life, dude.
That's a vibe for sure.
Like peak COVID, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, install Overwatch.
No, dude, Battle.net. I've talked about this before. Battle.net literally uninstalls Overwatch 2 off of my PC. I've seen it do it in real time. I found the file folder where it keeps Overwatch installed, and I watched it. I would boot up Battle.net, and I would watch it delete Overwatch off of my PC.
Dude, what a shitty browser.
Battle.net sucks.
One of my most popular videos to this day still is me shitting on launchers that aren't the Steam launcher. Battle.net, I remember it, literally all I could say about Battle.net was, why does this exist? It has no reason to exist.
I'm trying to think of one that was worse than... Honestly, I think that... what is EA's? Is it Origin?
Or
EA used to have Origin,
EA has their own thing now,
but Origin got put down. It's the EA Play app now.
Yeah, actually, that's funny. I'm looking at my desktop. I see an EA icon, and I also see a desktop icon for Origin, but it's like one of those like those like placeholder ones, because it definitely just doesn't exist anymore. That's so funny.
No, it's gone. They shut it down, because I remember complaining about the Origin used to have a like a DM and voice chat feature. Did you know that?
No.
Back in like 2018, you used to be able to. My favorite niche way of bothering my friends was going through, if they had their Steam off, their Discord off, all that shit. I could go through Origin and call them on Origin, and they'd have no fucking clue, because you never got a notification that you were getting a call from Origin. You just had to know the ringtone was an Origin one, open up Origin and answer the call.
Oh, that's terrifying. Like it didn't even like that's how shitty Origin was. It wouldn't like give you a pop-up or anything. It would just make a noise.
It was the best. It was the best for fucking screwing with people. That was the only good use for it.
Thank God that doesn't exist nowadays, because Liam would have just heard that
Steam
information
call.
and been
Steam
like
call.
rubbing
Steam
his
call.
hands together.
Steam call.
Dude, yeah.
Well, the bad thing about
that
Steam
was
calls
the Among
Steam
Us
calls
threat.
gives you like a notification.
Yeah, you could at least like pick it up and you could like see it and everything. But that was like the Among Us strat. It would be that, one of us kills each other in Among Us, and then we'd Steam call the other person and yell at them. that was pretty fun. Actually, unironically, that was easily the best thing about Among Us. 100% was you would get mad at somebody for killing you. You would Steam call them and fucking scream at them for like 30 seconds. That shit was funny as fuck.
The thing that does need to actually come back is Among Us. Actually, I played an Among Us lobby recently. It was a lot of fun.
Are you sure about that?
There needs to be more Among Us.
I never got that game.
Little monkeys.
You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, did you ever play it with us, Liam?
Yeah, a bunch.
Are you sure? I don't remember you.
There's videos.
I remember Mikey.
I'm in video. I remember there's a Kaylin and Weston lobby I was in.
Really?
Really?
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm just. God forbid a man asks questions.
If I look up Big Shrimp in 69 Among Us, has someone done this?
I don't know.
I think there was one with Cryos, I think.
Really? Damn. I don't remember any of this shit. I think I vaguely remember playing with Kaylin and Weston maybe like one time. Yeah, mustard, dude. Relish. Fuck. But yeah, no, that was the best thing about the Among Us era, was it was fucking Steam calling people. And always I think you even Steam called me during, I think, Drunk Crab survival games, dude. Either
Dude,
that
stop
or the
saying
other way
that.
around.
Stop saying that.
Why?
I was watching that video the other day.
Are you? What did you think? Are you pissed?
I don't remember any of it.
Dude, I'm telling you, I lost money on that. So unless it magically gets more views, which
How?
I would love.
What do you mean
I
you
would love
lost money on it?
I lost because I commissioned Milo to do art for the thumbnail. So there was that. And also because of the intro song with the fucking 3D intro, right? What was the Fox Stevenson? What, you can lift your head up to this guy. I
Frame
put
of Mind,
that.
Frame
Yeah,
of
Frame of Mind.
Oh, the intro, my intro that you stole.
No, dude. What do you?
That's from my video.
Somebody made that for me like 10 years ago.
Oh, you just happen to
I
pick
will
that
say-
song.
Yeah, because it's the classic.
Oh,
Dude,
let's go to
the
my
JOKO
channel.
No,
swag
I know. Trust me, I
old
know.
intro.
I know you
Okay.
also used it, but I'm
Alright.
just saying it had to be that song. It had to be that song.
You're a hater,
Someone
you know
making
that?
a Cinema 4D intro for you using Frame of Mind as the song is kind of actually like
No, but what
I would
I would
ask for
do
something
back
more
in the
niche.
day is I never used the default song. Like I did it like a couple of times, but I would always put a different song on it. I would switch them out. So that was like the classic back in the day. But because I
innovation.
used that song on that video, I had to share revenue with the I guess was
Oh,
it
you
Tristram or
didn't-
whatever?
Did you not know about the Monster Cat labeling thing?
Yeah, it shouldn't have taken money from me. I thought my channel was whitelisted, but I'm pretty sure they
Oh.
stole a decent amount of money off of that video. Like I probably
Yeah,
got
'cause
robbed out of like
if you
a couple $100.
paid $5 a month, you should have been able to just use Monster Cat music for free.
I think
Or-
it might be
for
too
$5 a
late
month.
at this.
How
I
to
don't
build
know.
Big Shrimp in 69 V.7 Minecraft skin tutorial.
That's beast. What the fuck?
He's
no
playing on
way.
the PS3 doing this or the PS4.
Are we that old? Somebody's playing on the
Oh my-
PS3 Minecraft, building Liam's Minecraft skin in game. That's cooked, dude. You're
What do you mean, are we
unk.
that old?
You're unk.
How am I Unk? You're older than me.
Yeah, we could both be unks at the same time.
No, you're Unk.
Okay, there's an official age for this. Liam, what age are you?
Don't worry about it. Just worry about JOKO's age, because I'm not Unk. I'm 26.
Okay, wait, no,
I'm 26.
Yeah, you're unk.
JOKO, what age are you?
I'm 27.
You're both Unk.
I
You're
know,
both Unk.
I know.
The official Unk cutoff age
It's
is once you
25.
turn 25. You are Unk.
No, I'm not.
Oh, and you witnessed an epic chud rage there. That was what you just witnessed.
Truly humble under God. Chud.
You want to know what's crazy too? How old do you think I am, Liam?
22.
22.
Yeah, aren't
Yeah,
you
20?
22, 21.
I did turn 23 this year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. There we
Then
go.
I remember you saying it in a Brandon recording a while ago. And I was like, no way.
Yeah, dude,
Dude.
you're not unk yet.
Same with Brandon. Brandon's like 23.
Yeah, which also
Yeah,
surprised
Brandon's
me.
23 as well.
Yeah,
No, Brandon has the soul of an old man. It's
Yeah,
kinda
literally.
does.
kind of crazy.
Literally.
he has the soul of like an 80-year-old man who's like really angry about like most things.
He wakes up at 6 a.m. He's angry.
Drinking
he
black
takes a
coffee.
nap in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if Brandon would like black coffee. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to ask him on that.
He's not coffee pilled. I'm pretty sure he's energy drink. He's
I
an
can see
energy
that.
drink guy.
I could see that. You think he's on the Celsius, perhaps?
Well, his movement is basically that any drug that helps you be productive is the wave. And if you're
Ooh.
not doing that, you're behind.
Okay. So meth?
Dude, look, if meth was safe and helped you be more productive, he would probably be on that shit.
True. It's called Adderall. That shit is fucked up, dude.
Run it up, run it
they're
up.
giving that shit to kids, dude. I
Dude,
can't
I wish
imagine what being
I
on
had
that for
Adderall.
like as a kid from like a really young age into adult. Yeah, that shit has to fuck you up. Not that I've
Makes
done
you
Adderall
evil.
before, allegedly, of course, but like that
No, never.
never ever.
I certainly never. There was never an alleged incident where I was on Adderall before when I took my driver's license. That never happened. And it never
Getting
could
your
happen.
driver, dude. I can't imagine because my alleged experience was that I just felt like I was so honed in on like whatever the fuck I was focusing on right? I feel like if I were driving, I would be focusing on like the road ahead of me, and I would just be like completely tuning out like either what the driving instructor was trying to say to me or like oncoming traffic from the sides. I feel like I would just be like tunnel vision, 100%.
Oh my god,
I feel like that would be terrifying.
Video I just saw in my recommended to give you once this is over. But my driving test experience was I rolled like high tier like nat 20. I got the best instructor I could have gotten.
That's huge.
At my local DMV.
Uh-huh.
She came out and she was like, hey, we're gonna do the driving test, just so you know. I'm not gonna rush you or anything. I know you've probably seen videos preparing for the driving test where drivers, like the driver's ed teacher, like they make you change lanes super fast, or they make you get on the highway super quick, or yada yada yada, whatever. I'm not gonna do any of that. Go at your own pace. As long as we arrive safe to the destination, that's all that matters when you drive. You know, as long as you follow the laws and arrive safe, that's all I'm gonna grade you on.
Not bad. Shit.
And
dude.
she was even just like, yeah, by the way, when you turn out onto this road, it's supposed to be a 35. People go 50 on this road. Just watch out and be careful. Go whenever you want. I'm not going to rush you.
Damn, that's really nice. That was not my experience for any of that shit for when I did that. But wait, did you have to get on the highway for your driving test?
I actually didn't need to go on the driveway on the highway because I experienced the driver's ed teacher said I gave off such a good performance.
Your aura.
That she felt it wasn't necessary. Yes.
Dude, you were aura maxing during that.
And on top of that, someone road raged at me while I was doing my driving test, which made me look even better.
Oh, okay.
Paid actor, dude.
We were like by an Arby's. And I happened to, when you made a right turn, you went into the lane that you were staying in, which happened to be the rightmost lane.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I, for a very brief moment, blocked a woman trying to go to Arby's while she was on her lunch break or something. So when I changed lanes over to the left, she was really mad at me, and she was like yelling at us at my car, and she was like, you fucking stop me, get out of the fucking lane, you don't know how to fucking drive. It was crazy.
Wait, so she like actually crashed the fuck out on you, like full on yelling at you.
Yeah, she didn't even turn
shit.
into she missed her turn into Arby's, which wasn't my fault. She could have just turned in to yell at me, and then she realized she missed her turn. I think she was even more mad.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy because even the driver's ed instructor was just like, "Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. Just keep driving."
Bro, she needed her meat, bro. She needed her meat. She needed that Arby's meat in her mouth. Dead ass. Shit. That's now, unfortunate.
To turn this question around, I will say, JOKO, what's the rotation of games been looking like? What's on rotation?
Oh, abysmal. It's been bad. I don't do
this
real
guy's
gaming.
a loser.
Yeah, I know. I like actually. What are the games that I've actually played recently? So the other night I played Emissary Zero with some fellas, which is like.
How's that?
You know, this is a separate topic. We'll get into this a little bit later because I feel like Stryxo probably has a good opinion on this. But dude, I think it would qualify under the term of like friend slop. You know, you've seen that term
I know exactly
tossed around.
About.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I think it would sort of qualify as one of those types of games. I played a bunch of Schedule 1 on stream. I played the headliners recently. I've played, I mean, of course, the classics are like Counter-Strike, Fortnite. I mean, Minecraft, of course, on stream. Are we talking about like off-stream gaming? Because that's very different. Because off-stream gaming pretty much is like non-existent for me.
Yeah, because I would also count off-stream. Literally any game that you've played in rotation recently. Like to describe my rotation, I would say I've been playing Peglin. I've been running up on Peglin. I'm on Crucible 14. I keep on losing my fucking runs. This game sucks. I hate it. I'm so mad. But also it's a great game.
Yeah.
I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077. I briefly tried out the Oblivion Remastered, and I'm playing through did I just say Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah.
Okay. Oopsies. And then I've also like CS:GO once or twice every now and then.
Probably with us mostly, I'm assuming.
Yeah, whenever I say yes to Cooper, or Martin actually reached out and he
shit, CS I need to play CS with Martin too. I think he had asked me about that.
Yeah.
Shkreli?
No, different.
And then
Matlock.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Monster Hunter World as well. I've been playing
Okay.
through Monster Hunter World again.
You've had honestly, that's a pretty good rotation. That's like commendable. I'll try like
It's kept me a little sane.
I don't know what else gets thrown in. Like, are we talking about like last 2 weeks, month? Because there's some stuff that's a little bit farther
last 2 weeks,
out.
month. I would say month. I'd say like a month period is a good one.
Yeah, it's looking.
Gives
It's
you
looking.
some-
Everyone
not
should play
great.
RuneScape. Everyone on Earth should play RuneScape.
I think I would have fucked with RuneScape. I had like there was like the younger brother of one of my friends growing up. He played RuneScape, and I saw him play it one time, and I was like, I could totally fuck with this, and then I never ended up playing it. And now it's like it's 2025, and I'm like, that's like a job probably. Like I got to start up my new job of RuneScape. I don't know if I have time for this shit.
I still think my best ever sponsor, because I got to play RuneScape for like 2 hours because I needed footage of it. Best ever sponsor still was when I got hooked up to sponsor old school RuneScape.
Yep.
That's
to
mad.
this
Damn right.
day, that's my
Damn
favorite.
right.
That's
They paid me to play old school RuneScape for 2 hours.
Dude, I need that.
on stream or what?
No, not on stream. I technically didn't have to play the game, but I felt like if I'm just gonna be sponsored on my channel, like
Yeah.
a gaming channel, I should at least play the game first
What
to
the
know it's good
fuck?
instead
Yeah.
of just knowing it's good from word of mouth.
Pause.
But yeah, no, I played. I I enjoyed it for 2 hours, and then I put it in my video, and they gave me like a bunch of money for doing that. And it's still my favorite sponsor I've ever done. I would gladly be sponsored by them again.
I've never heard anybody pause word of mouth. That's crazy. that is such a goated sponsor,
Pause.
though. That is such a goated sponsor. Is old school RuneScape. I'm trying to think what my favorite sponsor that I've ever gotten was. I've gotten Arizona has sent me stuff.
Ooh, like the like Arizona iced tea and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And they've never paid me any money, but they've sent me shoes. They've sent me other things too.
Mhm.
Funnily enough, did any of that ever happen while I was actually doing this shit as a job? Weirdly enough, that was like pre me doing this as a job. So unless the shoes came after, I can't remember. I can't fucking remember. But yeah, that's probably number one. Liam, have you ever had a sponsor on anything?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
who are
what
you
was
sponsored by?
Yeah, your mom.
Okay.
Oh,
Dude, you're pissing me off.
No, I'm
we
not.
mentioned you mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, JOKO,
Mhm.
about like we spent a week together in Tampa. I still think about it. I still feel bad to this day because I didn't have any sleep at all. None of us got sleep. Famously, when we flew to Tampa,
Mhm.
and we all sat down at that table in the airport, and we were all talking about how
Yeah, I
fucking
remember being
tired,
tired
we had no
as
sleep.
fuck. Yeah.
We happened to get on the same because we had landed in the same terminal. We ended up landing and deboarding our plane at the same time.
Uh-huh.
We got on the same train, like tram thing at the Tampa airport.
Uh-huh.
You came up to me and you were like, "Yo, Stryxo, what's up? What's
I
going
think
on,
I
man?"
remember this vaguely, yeah.
And I was just like, who the fuck is this? Like, am I getting recognized in this airport right now? Like, what's going on? And then you were like, it's me, JOKO. And I'm like, oh, JOKO.
Oh man, dude, and
Boom,
I'm
roasted.
looking back because you sent the clip of us at the sushi place from Tampa, right? That was it yesterday in this chat. I was looking back at that and I was like, oh my god, that was the blonde hair era. I looked rough. Oh my god, I hated that. I hated the dyed blonde hair era was that was a tough one. That was a tough one. If I can avoid doing that ever again in my life, I really hope I just can, because that was
I will say,
bad.
honestly, it made you look, you were a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man.
Yeah.
Tall.
As I was when I was a
Imposing.
child. I used to have the white blonde hair as a child, believe it or not. So I was returning to my roots. But continue.
I don't think
sorry.
it didn't look bad. It didn't look bad at all.
I
public,
hated how it made
looked
my
good.
hair feel like, because your hair
Oh, I
dies
can
when you
definitely
bleach
see
it,
that.
so it's just like that pissed me off real bad. I don't
Road
know.
trip.
Dude, do we do a road trip? I think
Dude, road
2025 might be cooked, but 2026, dude, road trip.
2026 road trip. We all hop in a Cadillac Escalade and we go down to fucking. We make Liam experience the true American culture.
Plane trip.
Plane trip.
I'm gonna fly you out, Liam. I'm gonna fly you out.
We're gonna go.
Dude.
We're gonna send Liam to the top 5 locations featured on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives.
Oh,
Ooh.
dude, I watch that show all the time.
Yeah, Liam's down for that for sure. Absolutely, I'd be down too. Shit.
I know it's got to be good.
Has to be. If Guy Fieri co-signed it, it has to be good.
What?
Obviously.
Oh,
Don't
is
say
this
what.
the-
Don't-
Downtown?
Yeah, dude. Downtown Toronto.
Oh.
You down?
Ooh.
Hang out with some Gerberts, perhaps?
Oh my god, we go to that girl describing what's your favorite Toronto slang word? Gerbert fam, gotta be Gerbert. So many Gerberts around here, Gerbert fam.
Toronto people are so funny, dude. They're so
Thank you.
funny. Yeah, no problem, dude. You're from the Six. You're best
Yeah.
friends with the biggest.
Six.
Yeah, you're friends with the Six God himself, Drizzy Drake.
You're
That's what
friends
I
with
heard.
freaking
Don't say it.
E-God himself.
He's the
Stop.
E-God.
Stop. Don't say it.
no,
Don't say it.
Are we talking like Pack God?
No.
no, the other guy.
He's talking about EDP.
No,
Oh.
Lil Jeff. Lil Jeff.
Jeff E. Jeffy. I see. Yeah.
Oh!
See? We're so locked in, it's unbelievable. I just wonder sometimes like how much of the stuff that Liam and I are like locked in on, other people are like picking up on this shit. You have to have such a fucking horribly specific brand of like brain damage.
You need to scroll reels for at least 7 hours a week.
It's fucking, it's cooked. It's definitely cooked. That's for sure. Oh, fuck. Liam, did you
Dude.
actually have questions for Stryxo? Like, did you actually have a question?
Yeah, I had
I'm
one.
curious. Yeah, did you have one? Like, do you have one that you still have yet to
Well,
ask?
it was for like both of you, but like
You can hashtag.
I'm not
gonna ask you.
Ask me anything.
Oh yeah, just don't.
I'm not gonna
don't
ask
me.
you, JOKO. Don't
Yeah.
answer it.
Okay, I won't answer it.
Don't answer it. It's
Okay, I
not for
won't.
you.
Okay, I won't. I'm not gonna.
Fine, you can answer it.
Okay. Shit.
Because
If you
it was-
insist, if you insist, I will answer it.
Like, okay, when did you guys become nerds? Like, really start gaming it up, and
Ooh.
why?
I was probably 7 years old when I became a hashtag nerd, started gaming it up because I used to go outside a lot. I used to only fuck with the outside.
Uh-huh.
And then I got introduced to like a really young age. Like my first game ever, Halo 2. I was like 5 years old. They gave me like the controller and they were like, play this flood level in Halo 2. We don't like playing it. And I was like, holy fuck, this game's incredible. This is beautiful. I love this. I love killing things as Master Chief.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think I started taking some form of I started getting like fatter and I started taking some form of like medication that gave me less energy and I decided to just like stay inside most of the time and play video games.
You got nerfed, is what you're saying.
I did. I got a hashtag nerfed.
Yeah,
Nerf
That's tough.
this.
that's tough.
Okay, now you can answer, I guess.
Okay, fine. He's gonna hit me with that as soon as I start talking.
Dude, I'm not.
Okay, I think probably I could point to like maybe a couple of things. One of them would be I was not allowed to have a gaming console for a while when I was a kid, up until maybe I was like 10. So I got
Oh, wow.
really into Flash games. So I was
Ooh,
big on the Flash
yes.
games for a couple of years. So, you know, mini clips. I was a big
Mhm.
fan of Nitrome. If you know what that is.
Please, can I have my
I
Nitro?
feel like I've heard of that before.
Can I have the Nitrome, please? Golden Freddy.
Oh yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was big on the Flash games. I eventually got. I think my first ever console I owned was a Wii, if I'm not mistaken. I remember first day ever
What?
playing that. I played it for like I had my homie over and we played like Wii Sports for like no joke 7 hours straight, which was unheard of at the time. Like that was crazy
See,
gaming session.
Like that just makes sense because I mean everyone and their dog had a Wii or like a Nintendo DS at the time, really.
Yeah.
It was just such a
I
prolific
was late.
console.
I was late on everything. After that, I eventually got a 360. I had to fight for the 360, and then my first ever shooting game I had was Halo Reach, and Halo
Oh.
Reach, I got on that about like 3 years late, maybe 4 years late. So everybody already had like the crazy ranks and the flaming helmets and shit. I was just happy to be there. I also if I could point to a couple other things, I had a homie growing up who was fairly older than me. Shout out, bro. I love that man to death.
What up, bro?
I would go over to his house every once in a while, and he had like all the consoles. Bro genuinely was on the spectrum. I don't know exactly where on the spectrum, but God, that man loved video games, and I love that man so much. And dude, I think he was probably a really big part of why I love video games today, because I would go over to his house and I'd play some games, and it was like, you know, he had probably PS2. He was playing like all the classics on PS2, like all the fun games on PS2. And I've never owned a PlayStation in my life. But god damn it, dude, just absolutely peak gaming. I remember I also had a fucking crazy homie that had what was it? Star Wars Battlefront, dude.
Oh.
Fuck. When I went over to my friend's house and played Star Wars Battlefront, fuck me. Because I was super into Star Wars growing up. So, dude, that game was peak. I know. I'm big, of course. I know. Trust me. Nowadays, I get geeked every once in a while. I think that Andor show is good. I think a new season of it just came out. I'm going to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the only good new age Star Wars thing that's come out, pretty much, besides
Disney Plus
Rogue
said
One.
It's like bringing in the most profit for them right now.
Yeah, it probably.
Andor.
Yeah, for
Funnily
sure.
enough.
I'm not surprised at all, because it's pretty much the only good thing that they're putting out. Like Rogue One was. I didn't even see episode 9. Episode 7 and 8 pissed me off so bad that I did not watch episode 9. And I was like a diehard Star Wars fan.
Can I blow your mind? I know about Star Wars. I have only ever watched the first Star Wars movie I ever watched was Rogue One, and I really liked it.
Damn, starting at Rogue One is crazy. Actually, you know what? I think that's
I've
not
only
actually
ever
the
watched
worst place
7,
to
8,
start.
and 9.
Oh, you went from Rogue One to 7, 8, 9?
Yeah.
No way,
If
7, 8,
if you
9.
went Rogue One to 4, 5, 6, that actually could have been huge.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I always got like turned up because I know the original Star Wars trilogy came out in like the 70s or whatever. So I was just like,
They hold up
those
okay.
movies are old. Why don't I watch the one that came out in 2015 instead?
Have you watched Alien?
No.
Damn, I was about to say I think Alien came out relatively around the same time as those original Star Wars trilogy movies. Maybe
Empire
off by a little
Strikes
bit.
Back, Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard they hold up great. It's just I've never watched them. I had a friend who was big into Star Wars when we were like 10, and I was staying over at his house, and he was like, dude, I've got to put you onto Star Wars. You need to know Star Wars now. We're staying up all night. Instead of playing Black Ops 2 Zombies, we're going to watch Star Wars. He put in episode 1 of the prequels or whatever the fuck. And he was like, you need to start. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to get the whole Star Wars experience. You're going to love it, man. It's going to be great. I fell asleep 30 minutes into that movie.
No. You didn't get to the... No.
Got to get to pod racing at least.
I just fell asleep. I don't know what it was about it. It was just so boring to me. They were talking
racing
about
is
like
hype.
trade shit. And I was just like, oh.
I'm trying to remember. I think maybe Phantom Menace is a little bit slow starting off. But once you get to pod racing is lit. And then they do all that sort of shit. End of that movie is lit.
Because then I've also I remember when Man of Steel 2013 originally came out, fell asleep during that movie as well. And
never seen it.
My friend was like, dude, Man of Steel 2013, it's so good. And I was like, that was pretty bad. It was really boring. I don't know, man. And this was coming from a kid who I liked Transformers movies, like the 2000s Transformers movies. I loved those, and I couldn't get behind Zack Snyder's Man of Steel 2013.
Damn,
crazy work.
That is crazy. Megan Fox, Transformers.
What about
1.
her?
She's in Transformers 1 and 2.
They gave her some crazy shots in Transformers 1.
Pause.
Yeah, so what kind of shots?
dude, literally whatever you might be thinking of, honestly. Like
Back?
they give there's
Shots?
a dedicated scene to this.
Wait, let me see this. This is gonna fuck. Whoa. Get! Oh my god.
It's crazy. Because they make her like a mechanic in those movies. So she's talking about how like the engine is pristine, crazy camshafts, whatever the fuck. And then like that's all they're focusing on during that scene.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew. Forgot about that. Now I remember now. I don't know how
Grow
I forgot
up,
about that.
dude.
What's up?
Grow up.
45, dude. I'm pretty grown as is.
Oh yeah, true.
I think you should watch 4, 5, 6 of Star Wars, especially if you've watched Rogue One, because Rogue One basically it goes right into 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's that because I know it ends off when oh my god, that scene where Darth Vader's in the fucking the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just like, close the door,
Yep.
open, and then they're like, open the door, open the door, open the door,
Hodor. Speaking of which, I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast. I rewatched the entirety of Game of Thrones.
Holy shit.
When Game of Thrones, was it season 8 came out, everybody, including myself, had a fucking hissy fit over how bad it was. Like how they ended it off.
Yeah.
Now that I've rewatched it, I don't have that opinion. I think it was fine.
Damn.
I think, spoilers to anybody who hasn't fucking watched Game of Thrones, even though it's been out for like 500,000 years.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was... Dude, you're getting spoiled. Just close your ears and go la 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 or something.
Okay.
Dude, Daenerys being evil was heartbreaking, I think. I think that's what fucked me up real bad. I was like, no, she did the bad thing. She decided to kill everybody even though she didn't have to kill everybody. She fucking torched everything.
Dude, I can hear you through my fingers.
There was an interview where the actor, like the actor for Daenerys, said that when she read her line where she decides to be evil or something, she went on a walk for 5 hours, gave herself blisters while she was like crying.
Yeah,
and, like, people were calling her just
like,
like, "Oh my god, are you okay? Like, what happened? Like, why? Like, like you're not answering your phone? Like, what's going on? Like," and she was just like, "I couldn't believe they decided to go with that. I was so mad."
there we go. That's the missing. Okay, so I was talking about this, I think on stream the other day. It's like preferences in women, and I was thinking it's like some things definitely imprinted on me, and I was thinking that my preferences in women, it's kind of like an overlap between like Shigo from Kim Possible and Kim Possible from Kim Possible, but I realized that there's also a third point on there, and it's Daenerys from Game of Thrones. So it's Daenerys from Game of Thrones, Shigo from Kim Possible, and Kim Possible from Kim Possible is the trifecta. Somewhere there's like a Venn diagram going on. What's up?
How the hell do you spell Daenerys?
Daenyres. Something like
that.
You find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, not as good as Widowmaker from Overwatch, huh?
Nah.
Damn.
Shout out to Daenerys.
Yeah, shout out to Daenerys. I think what's her name who played her in Game of Thrones? She had like, didn't she have like some sort of seizure disorder or something? Or am I just making up like fucking lies?
Amelia Clark.
Yeah, is that her name? That sounds right. Yeah.
Amelia
Clark.
She was also in Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh, she wasn't she?
She was in Secret Invasion, in the MCU.
She's in a Terminator movie.
Yeah, Terminator Genesis.
I don't think
I've watched one Terminator movie, I think, or maybe T2 as well.
I went back and watched the first Terminator movie for what I think was the first time ever within the past month, actually.
Holy. Because
they added it to HBO Max.
You finally understand what all the Gen Xers are quoting when they leave a store and they're like, "I'll be back."
Yeah, dude. I think I had watched Terminator 2 and 3, but not 1. I have this weird thing going on where I don't watch like the first movie and things like Wait, what else have I done that with? There's like some big thing. Like I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in theaters, and I've still to this day have not seen the first one.
What?
Man, you haven't seen the first one? Oh,
Nope.
that's like peak MCU. Like that's some really good MCU movies.
And earlier we were talking about I don't think I've seen the original Spider-Man movie. I've seen like 2 and 3, but not the original. I don't know what's going on with me. Like I keep on skipping the originals.
You just believe in the sequels, man. You want to.
No, not really. I think I got dragged along to some of the Spider-Man stuff was just like, I guess it was whatever was on TV as a kid at some point. I think I was just watching it. But for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I think people were just like dragging me along to that. They were like, yeah, we're going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I was like, I haven't seen the first one. Whatever, sure, I'll go anyways. I don't care. I mean, I still thought it was all right.
Yeah, no,
I'm very behind on Marvel lore. Like I wanted to go watch Thunderbolts because it actually looked okay, but I was told that you sort of need some lore. You need some lore from a couple of movies to really make sense of everything. It's unfortunate
because that's how like the MCU works now, where it's like they've gotten stuck where like the movies don't stand on their own really as much. Like you gotta get like, oh, to understand the new Captain America movie, you need to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, our TV show. It's 6 episodes long. Please watch it. Each episode is an hour long. And it's like, I don't want to fucking do that. To understand the fucking Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, you need to watch WandaVision, where in the movie they wave away that Wanda held like a town of 10,000 people captive, torturing them. And Doctor Strange is like, I don't really care about that. I don't really care about you doing that.
Actual Sigma. Can't believe that.
Who gives a shit? I just kind of care that right now you have the Darkhold, so you're gonna need to stop being evil.
Yeah, could you like just fucking quit it for a second? Like just
can you just hashtag chill?
Just
no, see,
relax.
that was the issue. That's why Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. That's why Wanda was so angry in that film. Is he told a woman to calm down? Can't do that shit.
Don't do that. That's like life advice, guys. Don't do that. Don't.
Why?
Life advice.
Don't. You don't want to know.
Why?
I mean, unless you want to learn from experience, don't do that.
Why?
say why one more time, dude. See what happens.
Why?
Okay.
Well, you gotta answer.
Okay. Yeah, let's bring it back to some gaming stuff real quick.
Oh, here we go.
Fuck you, dude. Unbelievable.
Well, you ain't gonna answer my question.
No, I'm not. But
all right, fine.
I have a counter question for you.
Gaming.
What is the game that you are currently most excited for? Like that's coming up, like new release. That it could be within the next, like I guess, 2 years, because I don't think people really announce games.
Does it have to be a truly confirmed game? Like there's a trailer or whatever, and like it's been announced, and they definitely have a release date.
You could do one that has release date and one that is just like a game that you want to see.
Okay. Has a release date. I think the the new GTA 6 trailer kind of blew me away at how
I like where they're going with the story on that.
Incredible that game looks, and I think they're setting up for an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
That one looks really interesting. Aside from that, I guess for like a very recent one that's going to come out soon, I'm very interested to see what happens with Doom: The Dark Ages. I played Doom 2016, played Doom Eternal. I will be playing Doom: The Dark Ages, a certified Game Pass day one.
Oh, I got Game Pass. I can play it.
Yes. I've heard good things. So hopefully that'll be good.
Okay.
For a game that's unannounced, there have been rumors, and I know I'm gonna sound fucking schizo with this. There have been credible rumors that this year, Valve is going to shadow announce at the Summer Games Fest Half-Life 3, and then release it in the winter.
No way. If that actually happened, that would be. I still haven't played the Half-Life games.
0.1% chance that ever happens, but fucking crazy if real. Because the Titanfall 3 rumors did get shot down this year, and I am once again.
Damn.
It's Suicide Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All days.
In like, Titanfall, of course. In Titanfall.
Just constantly. Because they keep on delaying that shit and they won't come out with Titanfall 3.
Yeah, that's
because like I'm not even on board for Titanfall 3 for the multiplayer. I just want a continuation of the single player story. I thought it was really good. I think Respawn had like a new Halo on their hands,
Mhm.
and they just kind of threw it away for Apex Legends.
Yeah, or I was under the impression that Titanfall 2 just didn't hit with people on release. Did it not?
It came out sandwiched between Battlefield 5 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. They specifically
damn.
chose to release it the week after Battlefield 5 and the week before Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So no one bought Titanfall 2
Yeah.
because they were like, I just bought Battlefield 5 and I
And
need to save
also,
up for Infinite Warfare.
Wasn't Infinite Warfare the one with jetpacks? Like the Call of Duty with jetpacks?
Yes, but it also was the Call of Duty that if you bought the premium edition came bundled with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 remastered.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, I remember that now. Yep.
So they killed that game on arrival by doing that.
Damn. That's cooked. Yeah, I think Titanfall 3 would be cool. And if they
What about
like
Tiny Tina?
You
Tiny Tina?
mean
Yeah,
Wonderlands?
Wonderland.
Wonderlands 2?
That was the trailer with the Baby Metal song, wasn't it?
It might have been.
I remember that because I remember they were using Baby Metal, and I was like, we got Baby Metal at the fucking Game Awards. What's going on?"
Shit's crazy out here. Shit's
Tiny
crazy.
Tina's Wonderlands. I thought that was out already.
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
surprised that's...
Liam and I played it.
2022.
Dude, that game was so good.
That game was actually
hated
really
it.
good.
People were
I
hating
think
on
the
it.
end game was bad, and then the DLCs were not like on par with like Borderlands DLCs. They were not like full-length DLCs. I mean, for me, it's obvious what game I'm looking forward to. It's Borderlands 4. As far as one that
Set to come
doesn't
out
have a
this year.
release date, though, like just like a hypothetical game that might come out,
Yeah.
that's a little bit tough for me. I'm not sure. I think... Oh, you know what actually would be like kind of nice in modern day? Because I don't think one of these has come out in a while. A new BioShock.
Ooh.
I think if
That'd
a
be
new
sick.
BioShock came out within the next 2 years, that would be kind of tight. Because going
having
back and trying to
fun-
play older BioShocks, they feel old a little bit,
I
unfortunately.
played BioShock Infinite for a while. I never finished it, but I got like
I didn't either.
75% way through the story. It
Same,
was fun.
same. I think I did the exact same shit. I got like 75% of the way through BioShock Infinite and never beat it. I did that on
Don't know why.
Xbox.
No clue why.
I don't remember why either. And that kind of pisses me off, which makes me feel like I need to go back and fucking play that game. I don't know when that's going to happen, but...
It is really good.
Yeah, BioShock
Gunplay was fun.
good.
I had fun with the game while I was playing it. I have no clue why I stopped.
Yeah.
I might have stopped maybe because I needed to play a different game for a video. Maybe that's why.
Wait, oh my god. My actual real answer for the game that I'm looking forward to is the next Five Nights at Freddy's game. Yes.
Yes.
That's
Five
not your
Nights at
real
Freddy's
answer, dude.
18.
No.
Oh my god, I'm looking
That's
forward
not your
to
real
Delta
answer.
Rune, guys. I'm looking forward to Delta Rune.
Glup Sloppo will finally face off against Chica Chucknut, and they will kill each other in the new Five Nights at Freddy's.
Glup Sloppo, my favorite Five Nights at Freddy animatronic.
Dude, he's a spin-off of Freddy Fazbear who's been scooped out by
Except
the
he gives
Enid.
that sloppy. Oh my god, he gives that mean sloppy.
Borderlands.
Borderlands
Is that
4
yours?
is set to come out this year. Actually, probably going to come out this year because GTA 6 got moved to next year. So now,
Now they don't have to
The-
compete.
yeah, no, because every single game that was going to come out or in fall or winter this year, quote unquote, didn't have a release date because every single
Yeah.
big publisher was just trying to avoid GTA.
But I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck thought it was actually coming out this year.
It was definitely a long shot.
There was
I mean,
there
to
was
be
no way
fair,
because you would have heard way more about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, to be
and they're
fair,
putting out a trailer now to fucking appease the people after they've had to push it back. That's like it's like damage control. But they would have put that trailer out way earlier if it was actually coming out this year. Like that trailer would have
Well-
dropped in like January, February, I bet.
I could see why because the original GTA 6 trailer came out December of 2023, and they said release date sometime during 2025.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see why people were like, okay, it's been 2 years since the first trailer. We're definitely gonna get GTA 6 this year, guys, right?
No. No.
But it's not too long. It's not too long. It's like
it
a
was too
year
quiet.
delay.
it was too quiet. They weren't saying enough. Like this is GTA 6. This is like the biggest game that's going to drop in the 2020s thus far. So it's like
No,
they would have been
sure-
making it known that game was about to drop. It was actually going to drop this year. So I was just not.
They
There's
needed,
just no way.
People wanted like screenshots and shit that they weren't getting. I mean, the new trailer looks. It's crazy how photorealistic some of the shots look. It's honestly like, I think we've hit peak video game graphics, like peak video game realism. Your game can't look realer than GTA 6 at this point. It really can't.
It's not going to look realer. It's going to come down to physics.
Yeah,
it's going to be who
like
makes the best physics engine for games going forward.
It's going to be throwing like hundreds of millions and billions of dollars at a game for diminishing returns at this point. It really is like, we've hit peak. We've hit about as good as you
because
can get.
then people are going to have to actually innovate again.
Yes.
They're going to have to actually make like innovative games and focus on that. So that's good. I think that's a good thing. So we're getting to pretty good graphics. That way we can actually start regressing a little bit maybe on graphics and start doing a little bit more quirky indie games. Which there's already a fucking plethora of quirky indie games out there that you could play at any given time that are getting released 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, just this year? I don't think it's like an indie game, but like AA, not AAA. Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, that shit came out. Turn-based RPG. All the developers, it was like 30 developers from Ubisoft. They left Ubisoft because they were like, this company's boring. We're not making anything interesting. We're gonna go make our own game. So they just left, made their own game. It is, I think, currently the highest rated user score ever on Metacritic.
Holy shit.
For their game.
I've heard a couple of things about that game. Nobody said anything bad about that game. Everybody's been like, this game's pretty dope. So,
I've only heard good things. I've seen my friend play it. It looks really cool. I think the innovation of making it turn-based combat, but you have like quick time events during that turn-based combat, so you have to be engaged the whole way through. Yeah. You don't just press a thing and like you wait for your attack to happen, then you wait for the enemy attack, then you get to move again. It's constant moving. You're always able to dodge. You're always able to parry.
See, that's what I've always hated about turn-based games. I feel like it's kind of just you're sitting there like fucking waiting. You're like playing chess, but it's against an NPC that's normally pretty fucking stupid, and it's just like I don't care. I don't care. The only turn-based game that I've really played and actually enjoyed is Darkest Dungeon, the original one.
Aren't you excited for the most interesting Pokemon battle ever? Level 5 Chimchar versus level 6 Starly. The Starly used Growl. The Starly used Growl.
Oh yeah, true. I guess Pokemon. Pokemon too. I do love me some Pokemon. But yeah, so okay, so we'll count Pokemon, we'll count Darkest Dungeon. Yeah. But outside of that, like, I don't know. Not a lot of games like that appeal to me too much.
Also, niche thing, because I don't know if you guys have ever, I know it's a joke. Have you guys ever modded a 3DS, like unironically?
No. I have a DS Lite that I got secondhand in college. I bought it off of my sweet mate.
Absurd to me. Like, I know it's a joke. It is absurd to me how easy and convenient it is to mod shit. I was looking for Pokemon ROM hacks because I wanted to play through Platinum again, which I'm doing right now. And I wanted to but I didn't want to just play normal Pokemon Platinum because I knew that shit was a slog. I wanted to play like a ROM hack.
Yeah.
So I looked up like the best Pokemon Platinum ROM hacks online, found one called Renegade Platinum. In 15 minutes, I found out about the game, downloaded the ROM, found out there's a patch for the ROM that adds following Pokemon to the game, like from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And I got it working on my 3DS. In 15 minutes, native hardware. I didn't have to like go out and buy a R4 flash card or whatever the fuck to spoof that I was putting in a DS game in there. Like, it just worked.
That shit is so dope. I love that.
And it worked because I scanned a QR code to download shit.
Which that also blows my mind because I remember you were showing us like the fucking tutorial on how to do that, and I remember like the part where he scans the QR code. I was like, "What the fuck? That is so crazy." I love that.
It was just so easy. I was shocked at how easy it is. I could see why Nintendo regrets ever giving people access to their fucking SD cards for their systems.
Oh yeah, they're big mad about that. I'm sure they don't fucking like that at all. Liam, do you like? Did you own a DS? Do you play any DS games? You play like a bunch of Nintendogs
No.
or something? No.
Never.
You definitely would have played
You
some
never had a
Nintendogs.
DS.
Hell no.
Well, I didn't either as a kid. Like I played like on my.
I was
friends'
playing
DSs,
fucking
but
PS2. What year was DS?
It's just a little surprising to me
I
because
don't know
still
what your
like
DS is.
I just always think of like even in my rural town that I grew up in, everyone had a DS. Like even I managed to get my hands on a DS, and I didn't have many game consoles, but a DS was one of the ones that I managed to get my
OG
hands on.
DSs were 2004. That seems like
Yeah. Everyone had a DS Lite though. No one had the OG DS.
yeah.
It was the DS Lite that everyone got because it ended up being like super cheap on the holidays.
And that was 2006 apparently. In
Yeah.
Japan.
I recently found.
okay.
Oh, you're gonna hear a choo-choo train in the back. Chain counter +1. Chain counter +1 for the Go
Let's
podcast.
fucking go.
I recently found my old Best Buy receipt from October of 2007, where my mom bought
Holy
me
shit.
Pokemon Diamond. I think.
Wow. That's a fucking relic. I can't believe you
crazy
still
shit.
have some shit like that. That's ridiculous.
I don't know why I still have it. I don't know where I found it. I just remember it's somewhere in my room right now that I have that receipt. I think I put it away in my drawer.
Dude, that's beast. I think the only thing I can sort of equate to that I have is I bought a bunch of Bionicles off of like eBay and shit, and some of them I bought the canisters with them, and some of those canisters still had like a Toys R Us sticker on them with the price. And I was like, that's dope. I fuck with that.
It's a relic
heavy.
of a old world.
Yes, it is.
That's gone from us.
Shit is so tight. I have them all on my shelf. My big. It's pretty much. It's basically a Lego shelf. I am a fucking man child. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
Dude, I think you know what. I want to be a man child so bad. I was not a rich kid growing up. I wanted Lego sets that I didn't get.
Mm-hmm.
When I get money, there will be signs. You will see me drop crazy amounts on Lego sets I don't need.
Yep.
I will be buying the 3-foot tall Sephiroth statue.
Real shit though. That's what. Okay, these are things that I very well could just get, but I don't know why I don't. But I have a couple of things on the collecting list. Like I need to get Pokemon Crystal. That's one of them. I fucked up. I saw it at one point. It was like $80. I never bought it, and now it's like $1 billion fucking dollars. That's Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Is that an air fryer in the back?
Is that an air fryer? Yeah, that's
it's
that's
a
like
dual
the Aiden
toaster.
one. It's like the Aiden one. Air fryer, fucking pressure cooker, fucking. Yeah. Those things are beast.
You know, there will be signs. You'll see me. I'll be like, I'll join call and I'll be like, hey guys, I'm in my kitchen. I'll turn on my phone cam. You'll see that in the kitchen. You'll be like, oh, he won the lottery.
Oh, he got money now. Ooh, he got some
he
money.
got money now. Oh, he on the come up now.
Oh, I want to get that. I never had a Game Boy Advance SP with the backlighting that flipped. I only had the one that was a brick. I always wanted one of the ones that flipped. And I think the one there's two of them that I would get. I think there's a Rayquaza one that's green, if I'm not mistaken.
Game Boy.
But if there's not,
Advance.
I know there's a Torchic one that's orange. I want that one.
There's custom shells. I don't know if they ever came out with one.
I might be
officially.
capping on the Rayquaza one. Green Game Boy Advance SP. I think that shit's
I look up his
boof.
Reddit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually
there was
no, there
never
is a
an
Rayquaza
SP.
one.
Yeah, but there was never an official SP Rayquaza edition. It's
Was
a
there
it's a
not?
shell that you can put on it. Unfortunately,
Damn.
it's sad. I know.
That fucking Temu DS, dude. Fuck. God damn it.
There's a Pikachu one.
I've seen the Pikachu one. I
And yeah,
think
no,
I would
there
get the
is-
Torchic
the
one. The
Torchic
Torchic
one
one
is
is
real.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. This does look sick.
Yeah, big fan of the Torchic one because it's basically just orange DS. That shit's tight. Sorry, no, Game Boy. What else? I'm trying to think. What else is on like the fucking collecting list? I feel like I do want to. I have a Wii, so it technically can play GameCube games, but I always kind of wanted a GameCube.
Oh, yeah,
just
no,
to have
GameCube would
one.
be sick.
But yeah.
There's a toy, or not like a toy. It's an action figure actually.
Actually,
it was like a Master Chief by 1,000 toys. It was like a statue of Master Chief. I never got to get it because they ran out right before I started making bank on YouTube.
Mhm.
They ran out and they became like a limited edition. Like we're not making any more of these things. So I never got to buy one of these, but holy fuck did I ever want one.
Oh, that's badass.
What the hell?
I'm fucking with that.
Need that because they made a new one with like and like this looks really good as well. Like this is sick.
With the
But
energy sword and everything.
need the original.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's tight. I'll fuck with that. Liam, do you have like if you had let's just say all of a sudden you came across like $100,000.
Uh-huh.
What are you
What's
buying?
on the collector's list? Yeah.
Do you have like a list of things in your head, like, or is that not something you think
No.
about too much?
No. I don't have anything. Bunch of WMs.
Yep. Couple white monsters. Yep.
Maybe a new mouse.
New mouse.
I guess like, do you have a dream car, Liam?
No.
I don't
really.
Liam doesn't
Nope.
drive. I don't think. Right?
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Do you have a bike?
No.
Why are you
Dude,
laughing?
are you
That's like the next
unironically that
logical
unemployed
option.
friend that just walks everywhere?
Yeah, I live in the center of everything, so I don't need to.
Oh my god.
The world revolves around Liam, so he
Literally.
basically he kind of just like
Literally.
attracts things. You know, it's like he wants like some Tim Hortons. It just like appears at his door type shit.
That's kind of sick, actually.
It is.
That
it is
kind of boss. That's kind of boss.
It's beast mode.
I'd buy a mini fridge.
'Cause I've got,
Ooh, okay,
I've
that's
got
a good
two dream
purchase.
cars. I want a Mustang, and then I want like a BMW M3 or M4.
Okay.
I take
Okay.
either.
Okay. I think I want some sort of Corvette at some point. I think that's gonna be fun. Little Corvette.
They're hot.
Little something. And I guess Liam doesn't drive, so he you'd probably get the Rolls Royce Phantom, something like that, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
Stars in the roof type shit.
Some S-Class
Yeah.
Benz
Butterfly
to be
doors.
driven around in.
Yeah. So it's something
Stars
that
in the
Rick
roof
Ross
for
would like
sure.
sit, like Rick Ross would look at that car and go, "Ugh," type shit.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. But yeah, you said what mouse do you have right now, Liam? You should probably tell the people just
A
because
G
you're
Pro
like
wireless.
wait, G Pro wireless?
Yeah, I need like 10 of those. I need a
My
Zowie
scroll wheel
FK1 as
on mine
well.
broke.
Yeah, so did mine.
Yeah, okay, so it's not just me. How long did it take for yours to break? Because for me, it was like less than a year, and I was actually upset about that.
Like 3 years maybe.
Oh damn! I think
This is why you
I
don't go
think
with any
I do
frills.
something to my mice. Like I fuck them up because the thing that always goes first is either the scroll wheel or they start double clicking.
There's
But-
like
Yeah.
through my friend, because my friend used to run it up on like Minecraft PvP and shit. He
Mhm.
went through like 9 different mice to figure out what was the best one for him.
Was it a Razer Death Adder?
The Razer Death Adder was a good one, but
Yep.
I think better than the Razer Death Adder was like there was a Steel Series mouse that
Sensei?
I think maybe the Sensei. I kind of forget. It happened to be. It's very similar to the Death Adder in design, but it's Steel Series.
Okay.
I don't know if they still make it. But he said that one was like sick. And then I still go with. He said it was a good mouse. I still go with the G502. I've been G502 day one on the computer. I have not done anything different.
Damn. Okay.
It is my mouse to this day. I think it is the best mouse God has put on this green earth. It's what I was meant to use.
So I went through I think 2 Razer Death Adders.
Oh.
And then I was like, I'm gonna get a different mouse next time. And so I bought the G Pro wireless, and I instantly became way worse at Counter-Strike. I really liked that mouse, but I became worse at Counter-Strike. And then the scroll wheel broke on me. And then Black Friday rolls around, and I bought another fucking Razer Death Adder for like $25. And I have not switched back ever since. I'm still on the Razer. I'm back on the Razer Death Adder. My CS skills
I think
improved again.
maybe a good way to compare.
Woo!
How many mice have you gone through?
2.
Two.
Well, okay.
Ooh.
So it used to be before I had like an actual gaming mouse. I used to use a like literally, you know how we'll probably walk into like any sort of like office supplies store and find like a Logitech like combo wireless mouse and keyboard thing for
the
like
default.
$20. I used the mice off of that. And what I used to do, I used to fucking gamer rage, like properly gamer rage. Like I still get mad and I yell at games sometimes, but I used to like properly freak the fuck out, dude. That mouse, I would chuck my mouse across my room. That's why I feel like I
my
need
God.
a wired mouse. Like I don't do that shit anymore. Like it's been a while since I've done that. I'll tell you about another gamer rage incident. I don't know if I've told you about that one. But yeah, no, I used to like chuck my mice across my room if I got
God
really
damn.
pissed. The one that was really bad though is the keyboard from that combo, right? This is before I had like a nice keyboard. So I still use the shitty, probably like $10 wireless Logitech keyboard in
Dude.
college. Dude.
Oh, you don't use that now?
No, I have a very kawaii one. I'm gonna see
Kawaii
if it shows up
Desu
on
keyboard.
Yeah, it's got like cherry blossoms and stuff. My fucking camera is trying to focus. There we go.
Yes.
But that keyboard, I used to slam it. I remember specifically, it was the game that tilted me at the time was Overwatch. So this is probably like 2016. I remember I used to slam that keyboard so much that eventually it had like a little like wrist thing that came down on it. So it was meant to be, like a little padding for your wrist. I would slam it on, like I would slam my wrist like on that part. And eventually one day it fucking shattered. And there was like a big chunk of plastic missing from it. And I still used it for a while afterwards. But then I kept on raging. And I remember one time, while it still had the chunk of plastic missing out of it, I slammed my shit while playing Overwatch. And I remember like looking at my wrist afterward, and there were like chunks of plastic stuck in my wrist from me slamming my keyboard.
God.
Yeah. So,
Dude, you're a rager.
yeah, we're really
That
about
was
video
some
games.
crazy
Dude.
gamer rage.
Yeah, no, I'm not on that time. It was probably because my mental state at the time was not great overall. I'm not in that place anymore, thankfully. So I don't be doing shit like that. But yeah, no, definitely back in the day, a little bit of gamer raging going on, a little bit of slamming and breaking keyboards and mice and shit.
I've only ever had, I've had the same mouse, but I've only ever had 2 of the same mice. I got gifted my original Logitech G502 at a birthday party, right? And I used that. It broke in the beginning of 2014 or 2024, and I got it in 2015. So that lasted me 9 years.
I've never had a mouse go that long without it breaking on me. Like, not even close.
And it didn't even really break on me. Literally, all that happened was sometimes, every now and then, it would double click, and it got to a point where I was
double clicking
editing
is
and it
so
annoyed
annoying.
me.
It's so fucking annoying. When that starts happening, like the mouse has got to go, because I don't know how you fix that shit. Besides cracking it open.
I went to Best Buy. I bought a brand new G502. I noticed that instead of the higher quality threaded cable, they give you like a plastic cable instead now, which is sad.
Yeah.
But it's better. And actually now the Logitech logo lights up in RGB instead of just blue.
Oh, okay.
So that's the difference with my mice now. That's been my upgrade. I haven't gotten anything different. I've been very loyal.
That's
to
fair.
The Logitech empire.
I haven't really tried out that many mice throughout gaming stuff. Like I've tried a Razer Naga. I had like a roommate that had, I think, a Razer Naga. That's the one with all like the side mouse buttons. That one's crazy. I did not like that. But it's mainly been like 2 mice that I've tried out. I don't know if I really need to switch at this point, because this mouse is so cheap. It's like if it breaks, I'm just buying another one for $20. It's it's no problem, dude.
No, absolutely. Like I could get a wireless G502, but I don't want to do that. That's like It's more money.
Yeah,
could just
exactly.
Spend like $30 on
That's why I was
and then-
mad when my fucking G Pro broke, because that shit was like $120. I was like, damn, this thing
Crazy,
broke on me
that's
in less than a
crazy.
year, and it was $120. Like, fuck that. I'm never buying a fucking
Yeah.
wireless mouse ever again. Buying
Logitech
shitty
needs to
mice.
give you a fucking refund immediately for that shit.
Yeah, I was not happy about that. Wait, Liam, what is your mouse? What do you use?
G Pro wireless.
G Pro. Yeah, okay. But you fuck with that shit. It is the gamer's
Yeah.
mouse. I for whatever it's ambidextrous as well. Are you left-handed?
Yeah,
Okay. Now I feel like that checks
Ambidextrous,
out.
though.
Just because most
for
like
the most part.
Razer Death Adder, I don't think you could use because it's right-handed. So having the
Oh.
ambidextrous mouse is kind of nice.
I can use my right, but I never liked it.
Yeah, that's fair. But listen, you're a beast on the left hand, so what does
Yep.
it matter? You know?
Okay,
You're
I
turning
learn
it up,
things
getting,
about
like-
Liam every single day. I didn't know he was this much of a beast with a different
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
It's just crazy. Bro's really good with his hands. No cap.
Dude, don't say that.
Why? What?
Why?
What?
Fucking idiot.
Okay. Hey, be nice. Be nice.
Whoa.
Okay,
All this
we-
talk about mouse. Let's get on Overwatch.
No. 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 Wait. Yeah. Did you ever answer who your personal favorite Overwatch character, attractiveness wise, was, Liam?
think
Not
he
really. I
agreed on-
backed up your Widowmaker
Yeah,
statement.
he
though.
backed up Widowmaker subjectively.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
that's some like Boogie 2988 ass shit. Like you gotta have an opinion of your own here, dude. Come on, you gotta throw something out there. Throw something
What did you
into the
just
ring.
call me?
Wings of Redemption over here, dude.
Dude, Sean Combs.
Stop,
Sean
stop,
Combs.
Stop. Stop it, dude. Stop. Okay, so are you gonna answer this one, or are we gonna have to just abstain?
Yeah, Widow.
Okay.
Unironically.
Okay, that's fair.
Valid.
That's valid. Shit, dude. Okay. Well, we've been almost going for 2
Look at the time!
hours. Look at the time.
2 hours?
It's
Damn,
9/11.
I didn't
Time
even
flies.
notice.
It's
when you're-
9/11. It's
Well,
9/11.
for you it is. It's freaking 12/11 for me.
Oh.
And for Stryxo, it's probably
11/11. Make a
11.
wish.
yeah.
I'm
Make
making
a wish.
right now in my head.
Let's go, dude. I hope it's a fucking awesome wish and it comes true. Type shit.
I wish my toilet
Yeah.
fixes itself.
Typing shit right now.
It's like
Typing
a
shit
spooky
right
dookie in your toilet, dude. You just
No, there's-
unclog it. You should stuff Manny down the toilet and just unclog it, dude. Get more fucking swirly.
Bubby.
Bubby, get over here. I got a job for you.
now. Crazy successful podcast. That's insane. I didn't realize we'd been going for 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't
What?
know. Time-
Truly humble under God, Chud. No way.
just say?
Yeah, that's the second one of those you pulled this fucking podcast, and both of them were great.
Oh
Holy
my god.
shit. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's like any closing.
That's what the mask
You
is.
forgot that the last time, and people were pissed about it. People are
Well,
actually upset.
sometimes I don't want to say it because
I think you actually forgot last time. Let's be real.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, but listen, you remember this time. I'm trying to think
Remembered
of like
what?
any sort of like closing thoughts here, closing things. Like Stryxo, if there's like one last thing you wanted to get off your chest, if you want to know, let the people know what you're up to as far as videos, right? Because it's been a couple months since you've uploaded
Oh, yeah.
something. Let the
It has
people
been
know.
a hashtag real moment. So I took a huge break because I was gonna go find a normal job. That shit didn't work out. Turns out the job market sucks.
Yep.
I got denied working at the deli I used to work at. They said no. I applied for
They wouldn't
a
take you
cashier.
back.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't take me back. And then also I applied for a cashier role at like a local like Dollar General, right?
Uh huh.
I got denied because I was too old.
What the?
They were looking to hire
What?
high schoolers, really.
What? Probably so they could like pay them literally nothing. You know?
Yeah, but they were just like, dude, you're too old for this, man. I was like, I'm 23
that would put
fucking
me
years
on
old.
Deucicide watch if that was me. Like I'm 20. Wait, you're
was like, what
23, right? I'm
happened?
23, and they're saying
Yeah.
you're too old to be a cashier. Like what the fuck?
So I was just like, fuck it. So I went back to editing. I'm editing now, but I'm gonna get back to making videos now that I have a stable form of income again.
There we go. Yeah. Which is huge.
I got a video.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, I've got a video about video game
Woo!
food. I want to make a video about how I fucking hate FOMO in video games. I'm tired of FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO's lame.
Probably gonna make a video revisiting how much I don't like Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Were they bad?
I think they're objectively bad games. It's not that they're bad in the sense that it's like they're bad on outright. Like if you the first time you ever played Pokemon Diamond and Pearl was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, they're probably pretty good. They're probably like a 7 out of 10 game.
Okay.
It's just the fact that they remastered like a 14-year-old game at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided to cut content from the better version of the game from Pokemon Platinum. And they did it under the guise that it's a faithful remake, but it's faithful until it's not faithful because the entire fucking game has the XP share. Ooh, I could go on forever.
If I'm not mistaken, I might have that for the Switch. I may have bought that for the Switch. I don't think I actually played through all of it though.
Dude, play through the game and notice how when you're at the third fucking gym, all your Pokemon are 10 levels over leveled because they threw in the XP share and they didn't think about how they're going to balance the fucking game around it.
No, you're totally right. I did not beat the game, but I remember that shit. I was like, this shit is so fucking easy. Like I'm massively overleveled for everything.
No. They balance the game because the game, all the NPCs still have their same Pokemon levels as if you didn't have the XP share. They changed none of it.
That's what it was. And I was like falling asleep in my chair. I was like, what the fuck? This game is like for babies. I don't know what they did to this shit.
On the 7th gym, and they're throwing out a level 35 unevolved Zubat.
Yeah, and you're like probably like level 50 almost or some shit.
Yeah, like can we be truly dead ass?
Yeah, that shit is stupid as fuck. Like I understand the babyification, if that's even a word, of like Pokemon games with like just making the XP share just like for your entire party, and the way that you can like game this shit with like the new wells and games or whatever the fuck they are, so you can get your like candies off
the
of
XP
shit.
Share. I completely understand. All RPGs have an XP share between their entire party. Pokemon was behind on having that. It's just the implementation of it. Game Freak is notoriously bad at balancing their games. They just I don't know why, but they just like they make the easiest game ever up until you get to the Elite Four, where they give you some form of challenge, and then the difficulty falls off a cliff for the post game.
Yeah, it is a bit odd. I feel like they don't do a great job with that aspect of Pokemon games most of the time, unfortunately.
And that is why I will be announcing that I am going to be I'm shutting down Galar. Generation 8 as a whole, no more. All Pokemon from that generation will be called.
Yeah,
we're gonna lose some good ones.
They just won't have names. They're gone. They're just gone. We're wiping them out from existence entirely.
They're gone.
So you're gonna be. You got some ideas for videos. You're gonna be back eventually.
I will be back. I will be hashtag back. We're gonna be hashtag so back.
Okay, that's excellent news.
By the end of the year, I will probably be uploading bi-weekly. That's the hope. So
huge. Love to hear.
Same.
Yeah, cap. Cap. Big cap.
I would love to see the more Big Shrimpin videos. I have watched the Big Shrimpin catalog and I was enthralled.
Thank you.
I
think my favorite video was the one where it started out with like a zoom from space and it was just zooming in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Another choo-choo train for the books. Another train for the books.
Oh, we got 2 in one episode. That's pretty good. Ooh.
Is that a train?
Yeah. Dude, oh my god.
I was really pissed off, dude. You know, like fucking Choo Choo Charles coming after your ass. I never played that game. I remember that game had so much hype before it like came out as gonna be like one of those like horror games that everybody was gonna play, and I just didn't play it. I was like, damn.
New FNAF.
Yeah, new
guys.
New FNAF.
I'm almost done my new video.
Are you actually? Because I made like a Big Shrimpin-esque intro thing.
Dude, remember we're supposed to collab on that.
Yeah, I know.
You remember mine?
Yeah, I do.
Mine's like 3 minutes long.
I spurned you into action to actually making a video, and I haven't heard an update until now. So what's the update?
Well, you want to see it?
I mean, yeah,
my
sure.
God.
After we're
After.
done, I'm
Yeah,
down.
after we're done.
Is it like an actual video? Like, is it longer than a couple minutes or what?
Well, it's 3 minutes, but I need to add all the funny parts.
Oh, good luck, dude.
Okay, I have 100 of just me. None of you in them.
Okay,
It would
okay.
be such a good bit if you were like I need to add the funny parts. It was just 3 minutes of like a JOKO stream highlight. And that was your
Impossible. That's impossible.
It might be more possible than you think, dude. Depending on the Big Shrimpin video you watch. But okay, Liam's working on things. Stryxo,
Guys,
is
a
going to come
regular
back.
video.
I am just. Is that another?
There's another
kid?
one. There's
No
another
way.
one.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Oh my god.
Is there like somebody playing like Frogger on the tracks or something? Like, what's going on here?
Dude, I need to show you a photo after this, but I went on a walk in 2022. I still remember this because this was, I think, the day after I got my
JOKO RP.
100K plaque. JOKO. I went on a walk outside, and Brandon sent me his walk. He was in beautiful Colorado, walking in the mountains, and I sent him my dreary Midwest walk where I walked to the train tracks and I saw 3 dead deer on the tracks.
It's like,
Jesus Christ.
It's like a war zone out there. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that's a little bit of a stark
Bruh.
contrast for sure. Also, fuck you, Liam, for just JOKO RP going on walks. Fuck you.
Lol.
Yeah,
Lol.
I'm debating on whether or not I like full on just go back to variety gaming uploading on main, or if I try and like do something a little bit more structured and less frequent. I'm gonna try and decide on that soon. But other than
That's
that,
good because I mean I saw your update that you were going for like variety gaming now.
yeah. I want to try and do that. I think I might just full send on that and just put ego to the side, have videos tank, and just try and work up something.
Goated career path, you grind that out. Imagine 5 years from now, you get to be on some Markiplier shit where you come into the office, you play a game for like 2 hours, it gets cut and edited by an editor, and you make $9 trillion off your 1 hour YouTube upload every day of the week.
You can't
That'd be
see it
crazy.
right now. I'm praying.
That's
Dude,
the
I'm
goal,
praying.
to be on some Markiplier shit, man. Or you get to be on some like I played the entirety of a game. You upload a 2 hour and 30-minute long video, and you get like $36,000 worth of ad revenue for like 2 million views. That's the
Just
God,
become
I
Donkey.
would
Make Donkey videos.
I could make donkey videos. I just that's one of those things where you kind of have to make a couple of them in order to get into the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
But I could do it. I could do it.
I will never discourage people from doing that. That was the main inspiration for my channel. My most donkey-esque video was that video games aren't fun anymore video, where I felt like I said some shit. It was a video I made in less than 24 hours, right when I needed to go travel.
Yeah. And
I
sometimes it's
scripted
just fucking
all of
like
it.
that. For me, it definitely has been like that. It's just like half the time it's just been the throwaway stuff where it's just like, oh, I'm just flipping this, whatever the fuck, and it just pops off and bangs.
Yeah, no, I scripted and edited the whole thing in less than 24 hours before I needed to travel because I was going to go visit friends in Austin for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then that video became the most viewed video on my channel. And I was like, wow, there's so much I wanted to add to that, and I didn't.
Crazy how that shit works. Crazy.
All right, guys, look out for my Donkey video.
Yes.
My Let's
For the
Play.
brand new video game Donkey.
Guys, so
From the Big
this is how you play
channel.
RoadScape.
Dude, imagine me doing Let's Plays. That'd be crazy.
Oh, that's what you've been doing for this podcast, essentially.
Yeah. Except
could
I've
really
been
get
sitting at
away
my
with it.
desktop for an hour.
Yeah.
If you
For this
went live, Liam, on the RuneScape category on Twitch and just did your usual RuneScape shit, you'd
Oh,
probably
yeah.
bring in like 30, 35 viewers easy.
Oh, for
100%.
sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Liam could in theory farm money, but he doesn't because he's like farming aura instead.
He knows his power level. He knows he's.
I'm doing the Playboy Cardi thing. I'm so old
you're
and
like so
mysterious.
mysterious and shit. Yeah, you're like mysterious as fuck and shit. Like you're
I'm so old and
kind of
mysterious.
opium.
And
Like every once in a while, you post like a fit pic on Instagram with like your tongue out and stuff.
Yeah.
But
we were talking before you joined Call, Liam, about how I don't think either of us truly know your day to day.
I think Liam doesn't like. I think there is like a somewhat
It's different every
Liam
day.
day to day, but also not because I think it's mainly your sleep schedule is fucked up all the time, right?
Because it's just so random.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why I'm like I can't predict the Liam schedule. It's not
Because I'll
possible.
stay up for like 30 hours and then sleep one day. I'll stay for like freaking 40, and then the next day I'll sleep for 16, and then I'll sleep for like
Did
4.
I not say that? Did I not say that, Stryxo?
Yeah, you know, you were right
pretty
about
much
that.
said
But oh my
word for
god.
word. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. And that's why I could never figure out what you're up
I'll go
to.
on streaks of not sleeping and then sleeping too much.
We need Liam, we need to give you like the gene for hibernation, turn you into a bear.
No
Ooh.
cap.
You're awake for 9 months, and then for like 3 months of the year, you just
I'd be
go
a
into hibernation.
beast. I'd be a beast.
Dude, isn't there like a bear character in like Street Fighter or something?
Yeah,
Tekken?
Kuma.
It's
Kuma.
Tekken.
Yeah.
Tekken.
Yeah, there you could have the fighting skills of the what is it, Kuma? Akuma?
Yeah.
There we go. Of that dude, and then you could also have the hibernation, dude. You'd be unstoppable.
No cap.
No cap. No cap. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap it up here. Thank you, Stryxo, for coming on the podcast. This is by far our longest episode that we've done, so congratulations.
Yeah.
You got us to yap even longer than usual, so I'm hoping the people will fuck with that.
Trillions of dollars in ad revenue.
No,
Trillions in ad
more
revenue.
like 15 if I'm lucky. We're
Yes.
gonna light $15 off of this. Like, let's say it does a little bit better than
Yes.
normal. We'll see. We'll see. But yes, thank you so much for coming on, and to everybody who's watching, if
No
you made it
problem.
this far, just leave a comment saying like, I don't know. Wait, Liam, you're good with this sort of stuff. What should they say?
Yeah. Chud. Truly
Chud.
humble under God.
Should truly humble under God. Yeah, that's a good one actually. I fuck with
Wouldn't that be thud?
No.
No.
No,
Chud,
it's
chud,
chud.
Like this.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you. Maybe we'll get on a consistent schedule with this shit, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, we just explained how Liam's sleep schedule works, so I don't know if we'll ever get on
Bye,
a
goat
consistent
viewers.
schedule. Maybe we won't.
Buy our
Maybe we
little
won't.
goats. Buy
That's
little
what the
goats.
mask
Yeah,
is.
okay, you hit him with the 2-time Dr. Disrespect over here.
Well, because that's the real ending.
Okay, yeah, true. You're not wrong.
Bye.
Bye.